Bar TV Sports would like to thank Top Better. Get in the game at topbetter.com.au. And Cornelia's Crump, the Bar TV Sports beverage of choice. And Rams Loans for supporting the 2016 NHRU Premiership.
Well, we're live, everybody, here for the Rams 2016 Premiership feature match. The match of the round between the Waratahs coming all the way over to Merewether against the mighty Merewether Carlton. And with us up here today, Steve Barretto. Steve, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, Gareth. Good to be back, mate, and back on home soil as well. So it promises to be a good game today. I think the last game only a week or so ago was really close, so expecting some big things today again.
Yeah, 22-20 in that catch-up match that you are mentioning there. You look a little bit dusty, though, Steve. Let's talk us through your day yesterday at Sydney University. Of course, we will be calling that game on delay on Bar TV Sports on Monday night. So the game with Sydney Uni on the weekend. So we'll see what happens there today. But it was a good show.
Great show, yeah. Really good. Some really good speakers. And Michael Checker obviously leading from the front. And he knows exactly what he wants and how he wants to get it. And he's just very good at identifying certain players for certain things, and yeah, it was a really it was a evening of two halves. The first half was enjoying myself. The second half was doing a bit of babysitting with my lovely wife.
Very good. Speaking about identifying talent, Alan Merewether is playing here for the Waratahs today, playing in that country program, winning Country Play of the Year. So it's a big honour, especially for a prop forward. A man after your own heart, Steve.
Yeah, and, you know, talking about it before, Gareth, you know, it's really, you know, being a prop, it makes my heart swell, but it's great that a prop's finally getting a recognition. You know, it's so often a backline player, a kicker, and a game player, and that's fine. Like, I realise they are integral in a game, but to have a prop just recognised for once, I think is great.
Yeah, definitely a prop getting his prop, so it's going to be a big game here for Merewether against the Waratahs. It is Jay Strawn's 100th first grade game, and we saw a few articles in the Newcastle Herald this morning about Jay. He rocked up to the club with a Diamante in both earrings. Such is his youth and exuberance, and I tell you what, lucky he could play football because his fashion, when he first came to the club, I was involved with him for a little bit, and I tell you what, he used to dress pretty out there, but his football is definitely telling the story, and it's well done to him, Jay Strawn, playing in his 100th game.
Yeah, he's really maturing into a really great all-round player, and you know, you got to forgive these young fellas a little bit of, you know, the Diamante earrings and whatnot, but you know, that soon gets knocked out of him, mate.
Well, getting back to the action here, Merewether Carlton have been on top all day, 67-0, 76-0 at the moment, out there in reserve grade. And the Colts winning against the Wanderers too, so 24-5 was the score in that match. But there's a few changes for the Waratahs here today. Reynolds is going in. Frank Roberts, he's out. He's gone into the second row. And Eddie Afoa coming into number 8. He is certainly a big body and certainly going to be hard to contain. Lettingham, he goes to fullback. Chase Hicks is back in this side, back from injury, and that is a very big boost for this Waratahs side. It'll be interesting to see how he comes up against Sam Rouse for the Merewether Carlton side.
Yeah, you know, it's not ideal losing a few key players so late, but Waratah are one of these teams that second grade you can't judge too much by. Their first graders always tend to step it up a bit. They've still got some great players in Dylan Hines there at number 7 and Dane Sherritt at out half, mate. So I wouldn't be writing them off too quickly. And as you said, a great boost to them with Chase coming in on the wing.
Yes, certainly. Carl Manu, he's found his feet. He's certainly found some fitness. He's captain for the Waratahs side. He's been around for a couple of years, and he certainly has a lot of class. It'll be a big matchup for Jay Strawn playing his 100th game, the Merewether Carlton captain up against the South African Tian Lutz as well. Tian, in the game they played, it was only his second game in, certainly has found his footing for this Waratahs side.
Yeah, well, these South Africans, they're very passionate about their footy, and I've no doubt he's coming over here wanting to show what he's worth, and out at centre, it'd be interesting to get a good look at him and see what he's got. But he's up against it, I think, today with some pretty good midfield from Strawny and Jason in the midfield there from the Merewether Carlton.
Well, there's big matchups all over the field, and one I'm particularly interested in seeing is Sepa Ati Peniata, the hooker for the Waratahs. He's only come in the last few weeks, and he is a sensation for this Waratahs side, up against the old stalwart, the old plugger, Dan Garner. It should be a very good matchup. Dan Garner certainly well respected around the Merewether Carlton clubhouse, and Peniata, his running game is probably the best out there at the moment.
Yeah, that's as you said, Gareth. That's going to be an interesting one. Dan Garner, obviously, a few years under his belt now, knows how to get around the park, but he's going to have to be on his game today. As I said, a little relative unknown, so it'll be interesting to see how he copes with that. Yeah,
sure. And the halfbacks, Gareth Ernst playing against the Welsh under-20s international Cam Davies for the Waratahs. Gareth coming back into this first grade side. He's found himself in reserve grade, second grade the last couple of weeks. So he's earned his spot back, and he's back here, and he's going to send a message out to his coaches and, of course, the Waratahs as well.
Yeah, no, the one thing I've always said, Gareth, is competition for spots and squads is paramount to success, and sometimes that's where a lot of these teams like Waratahs fall down. Their second graders, you've seen, have just lost 83-0, and you really need competitive second grade and third grade squads for the club to really move forward. And I think Gareth, probably would have put his own hand up and said he hadn't been playing his best. Needed a couple of weeks in second grade just to get back to basics, and now he's got his chance again to show what he's got against Cam Davies. Did you expect any other surname, it being Welsh?
Definitely not Wazik, that's for sure. As another Cam in this side, the Merewether Carlton side, Cam Turner, coming off a big man of the match performance last week. He adds a lot of starch to this pack. He's solid. He's certainly grown a lot coming. It's his second coming for this Merewether Carlton side. And, he is one of the form forwards out there. And it'll be interesting to see, along with the back row for Merewether Carlton, if they can beat them to the pace of the ball. I think they win the match. They don't want to match it physically with this big Waratahs pack, because I'll tell you what, there is some big bodies out there, Steve.
Yeah, Gareth, I still hark back to the last time I played in a sort of final series. It was against Waratahs, and pretty much roughly the same pack that's out here today. And to this day, it's still the hardest Newcastle pack I've come up against. And what you really need to do is get on top of them early. Otherwise, you give them a sniff and let them get their tails up. It'll be a tough job all day.
Well, the Waratahs coach, Matthew Chidgey, I spoke to him before the game. He was extremely disappointed with the loss last week against Wanderers. The side didn't show up, and you can bet they're going to show up today. Speaking to Stacey Sykes before the game, he was relaxed, he's calm. He thinks he's got the squad to do it this year, just quietly, but behind closed doors. And I think, if they can put a good performance in today, I think that is going to send a message to the rest of the competition, and they are going to be contenders at the end of the year.
Yeah, I know, and speaking to Stacey as well, he's quietly confident in how they're tracking, and he's looking to time his run pretty well. But I know he's a rugby fanatic, and every loss to him hurts, as it should, and he wears his heart in his sleeve. And no doubt Chidgey's got the Waratahs guys up for this as well.
Yeah, certainly, and of course the other partners for this Rams 2016 Premiership, NIB, Viatech, and of course our broadcast partner, Top Better. Get in the game with Top Better for all your local free tournaments. Not too late. Get online now and play the tournaments for the local NHRU competition. It's going to be massive. Jay Strawn's 100th. I think that might get them over here, but I'm not going to count my chickens before they're hatched, Steve. I've had them for breakfast anyway.
Yeah, no, mate. It's interesting. I just hope that looking pretty cloudy, and we had a little bit of drizzle, and it's that worst kind of drizzle. Just puts that little film on the ball and can make things a little bit difficult for ball handling. But it has gone away, and hopefully things dry up and we get a good game of footy, and we just have some good running, hard footy.
Well, the referee today is going to be Drew Tonks. Drew, one of these young referees coming through in the competition, and it's a good thing that the referee sponsored by Specsavers are bringing through the young brigade. And Drew Tonks, he certainly is a very well respected, probably in the top 5 for the referees in this competition at the moment.
Yeah, and so often forgotten, really, refs. They've got a really tough job, and we really need to start promoting these young refs coming through. And I think the Hunter in general is making a big effort to stop the abuse at junior level, because that's where refs start. They start reffing little under-8s games and they build up from that. And
that's right. Save the abuse for the coaches after a hefty loss, Steve.
Or your husbands.
After a big night out at the green room over there, which we've all seen plenty of. And, of course, all our viewers around the world watching in. We know what you're thinking. You'd rather be here at the ground in that green room supporting the Merewether Carlton side, or indeed in the Clark stand supporting this Waratahs side. There's a fairly healthy crowd given the conditions here, Steve.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. There's a few people through the gates, and that's good, and it'd be a close second to watching it on Bar TV, I think.
Very good, and we encourage everyone to get out here, and here comes the 100-game player and captain, Jay Strawn, coming out on the field. He loves the crowd, and the crowd has built for him here today.
I'm sure you'll remember this for a while, and I'm sure you won't let anyone else forget it either.
Look at the big cheesy grin on his face. He can't get enough of it here at Townsend Oval. The captain, Jay Strawn. Of course, Dan Garner, the vice-captain, coming out behind him. The old dog, Dan Garner. He's found a second lease of life. And again, he's another one of these players that have come out for their second coming. As we hear now Karl Manu, the captain for the Waratahs, coming out, leading his side out onto the field. Cam Davies closely in behind him, and you can see the tunnel there made for this team in red. And this is going to make for an absolutely spectacular match here as we see Bailey in the 14 jersey. He's quick, he scores tries at a very, very high strike rate. So they're going to have to watch it out wide and mark up on him as well.
Yeah, they're their biggest threat really, Waratahs, is their unpredictability. You can get one certain type of Waratah come out and play, and you can get another one that'll steamroll you and make you feel like you've played a game of footy the next day. So it'll be interesting to see which one we get today.
Well, I think a big advantage here for this Merewether Carlton side is the interchangeability of their backs. Their back three, they can all shift in at fullback. And, of course, Blake Crichton can come back as well, providing the variation. So coming up against a very good Waratah backline, almost shoot shield class, I'd imagine. They've all played around the world at various high levels. And it'll be the Waratahs out here. Dane Sherritt with the ball. They'll be kicking and running left to right on your screen. Drew Tonks is the referee.
As you said, Gareth, it seems to be the trend these days to have ball playing nearly a second number 10 in at first centre now. England showed that. Gives teams a lot more options and a bit more skill in the midfield.
Just a question on the balls out there, so nothing to see. It'll be Dane Sherritt with the ball in hand to kick off. Referee blows the whistle, and it is showtime with a very flat kick across the field, bouncing towards the sideline on the far side. And the Waratahs come up with it for the first play of the day. The Merewether Carlton line, it's fast, it's quick, it's strong. Davies now.
Yeah, they got the big runners straight into it, Gareth.
And they're coming around the corner. But they go back to Rokotolu. He's made a bit of a bust. Can't get the arm free, though, Rokotolu. He's dangerous. Manu has it. Peniata feeds the ball on, all lifted in the tackle there. It's helped out by the Greens player. And nothing in the end. Manu standing in at first receiver, looking for runners.
He's really strong up top, Manu. Got to take him a bit low. a turnover here.
No, the Waratahs come up with it. Davies feeding Sherritt now. They look to go wide. Hines gets the ball free. Rokotolu. He's proved dangerous so far. Sherritt now going wide. Merewether. Oh, good defence out wide. Blake Crichton it was.
Yeah,
didn't stick to the tackle. But stopped him in his tracks anyway. Sherritt puts the ball on the boot. Here comes Bailey. Oh, it bounces up. And Nash cleans up in the end.
Ooh, dangerous bounce there, Gareth. That nearly went wrong.
Rouse is standing back in the pocket for the kick. Comes back. Plenty of time by Rouse. Doesn't find the touchline. Sherritt well placed. They'll look to counter-attack here. As they go wide, Chase Hicks. On the far side, look at the palm. Here he comes. He's dangerous.
He's got a clean set of heels.
He finds the line well, Hicks. And here's for now. Ball comes wide now. Out the back to Sherritt. Sherritt has options. Manu has it. Out wide, here's Peniata. Doesn't get a good ball from Manu. He's still going. He's strong. Spins out of one. He's close. He's 5 out. They go wide. And this will be close as a try.
Oh, in touch.
He's put his foot out.
That was a great reply there from Merewether too. Real quick line out, quick kick. Yeah, that was a real good kick there from Ernst.
And it looks like we've got a late change out there for the Waratahs as well. 13. They go wide. Is Mia Fua, I believe.
This will be close as a try.
So Tian Lutz hasn't taken the field here today. As we look at the replay, there he is there. Mia Fua, of course, brother of Kelly Mia Fua. Now playing in France, but started with the Waratahs, went to West Harbour, got Rookie of the Year in the Shoot Shield. Now here comes Ireland. Nice ball to Stewart. Crichton standing wide, goes for the high. Up and under. It's a very high kick, and nicely taken on the far side.
Good play all around there. Great take and great kick as well.
Bailey takes a little pick and drive there, the winger. Waiting for his forwards, didn't have many options. They go to Manu, they go wide to Sherritt. Sherritt putting on a jink, turning back inside Peniata.
Good tackle. There from Dan Garner. Yeah, that's how you put the big fellas down.
Hooker on hooker. Quick tap taken by Davies. Davies has plenty of room. He's got a bit to do, though. Gets around one. He's got Mason to beat. Palms him off. Good strength shown by the young Welsh halfback. Hines gives it to Merewether. It's all Waratah at the moment. Good run by the country player of the year. Here's Davies. Sherritt gets it now. Lalaga. Advantage played now to the Waratahs. And that'll be a penalty. And that is in kicking distance for Dane Sherritt, who has a super boot.
Some pretty ominous signs there from Merewether. And to be fair to Waratahs, they're looking really good. You know, good clean outs, good hard running from Rokotolo in particular. He's making some good ground there and breaks through the gap. So, yeah, Merewether want to try and keep this possession next time they get it and try and stamp their mark on the game.
Hasn't been for about 3 years.
So they're going to have to...
Yeah, no daylight. Back it around, please. Thanks, Seven.
As we hear there, the penalty was against Josh Stewart. Very good over the ball. Unfortunately, that time he was penalised, but here's Sherritt now, looking to put the first points on the board for the Waratahs. He hits it, and the flags go up, so it's 3-0 here at Townsend Oval. And the quick play by the Waratahs, it's just proving a little too much. Merewether Carlton have to stick with them. They probably have them in the fitness department, I'd imagine, but they have to stick with them, Steve.
Yeah, no, definitely it's caught them napping a few times, and I'm sure Dan Gardner and Jay Strawn will be all over it and telling their boys they've got to turn and face these simple things. You know, it's schoolboy stuff.
Oh, that was very well taken by Hines in the air. Oh, nice little flick pass there to Peniata. Peniata links up. Here come the Waratahs again. They're attacking. They look pretty good. And it's a little knock on there for the first scrum of the match. 6 minutes in, Steve.
Yeah, that seems like an eternity for a prop, but just shows you the quality of the game so far. That's and that was only hitting that hard cricket turf. I think it just bobbled out of his hands.
The little leg break, I think they call it. Merewether Cricket Club.
Knock on red.
Oh, the googly.
Green scrum.
Simon Moore would have, a little knock on there. Just popped out, as you said. Simon Moore would have hit that for 6.
It's a short boundary this side, though, Gareth.
That's his go-to boundary. So Ernst will have the feed. Merewether Carlton giving away a bit in weight here. But it's good technique. Both sides.
Oh, some pressure there.
Solid scrum. Plenty of pressure. Mason has it. Goes wide. Here's Strawn. Puts it on the boot. Lettingham gets a kick off the right boot and it finds touch about 22 out.
Yeah, pretty poor clearance there, but Merewether will be happy with that. Scrum on there 10, and now they've got a line out 22 metres out.
Yeah, good chance for the Carlton side here to attack. Crichton standing fairly wide here as he gets the ball. Has bodies in motion, goes past Strawn. Rouse, Mason it is. Had a bit to do to pick it. Oh, it bounces off Strawn's belly there as it was fed into the bread basket, but it's going to be a knock on, so poor execution, and Coach Sykes will definitely not be happy about that one, Steve.
Yeah, the line-out was great. The ball off the top and the path from Ernst was great. It was just, as you said, everyone was a bit too flat, I think, Gareth, and that pass just went in behind everyone, and they weren't ready for that. Chance to have another scrum anyway, so I'm not complaining.
Definitely impressed by this Merewether Carlton front row of Appy, Garner, and Big Wendell. You can see Appy there. Jersey a little bit tight for him, Steve.
It's the curse of the front rowers, these new jerseys.
So Davies has the ball. We'll see if Merewether Carlton put some pressure on here, and they do. Good scrum. Hines picks it off the back. It's touched as they come through. Bailey can't get a boot on it. Nash spills it. Goes over the touchline for Bailey to take out, but it will be a Waratahs throw.
Positive signs there from the Merewether front row. Good shove there and disrupted that Waratahs ball, made it untidy, so job well done there.
Comes off the top. Nicely won there. Nice short ball there to the captain, Kalmanu. And that's going to be another penalty, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not they take the shot. I think Sherritt will be confident in this one, Steve.
Yeah, it's a seven's job to live on the edge, but that one was certainly a penalty. The other one, he might have been slightly unlucky, but you want to be watching that. You don't want to be giving too many of these shots away, and you'll find yourself out of touch before too long.
Just have a chat to the guys for me, okay? Yeah.
As we see now, Jay Strawn approaching referee Tonks.
First one was tough, not released. Next one was entry by 7. Okay. Next one was 6, not rolling away quick enough and then slowing down the play. Just have a chat, thanks. Points?
Just told to have a chat there. Not rolling away a couple of times, but these big bodies, they're so hard to put down, and when you do get them to ground, it's even harder to roll away.
And then you get a big bopper lying on top of you, it's even harder. But I think Merewether take that as a warning. I think the next one might have a different result.
Big Rockatolo. He's been in everything out there. He got very high in that line out as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he's been pretty prominent so far. He's been a bit of everything.
The flags stay down that time, so uncharacteristic mix there for Dane Sherritt, the South African fly half here for the Waratahs side. Crichton's going to go along the ground and deep. It bounces up over the head of Sherritt. He's going to feed Lettingham. That's a good return there by the Waratahs junior. Ball comes wide. Sherritt will go to the boot. Mason.
That's a good kick.
Yeah, very good kick towards the corner as Mason forced to do a fair bit there, and he'll choose to clear the kick and gets about 30 metres on it.
Yeah, there's definitely a marked difference, I think, Gareth, between these backlines at the moment. The Waratahs are just a lot more clinical. Their passing's really crisp and their kicking's really got direction. And up front, it's pretty evenly matched, I think, but at back, it's definitely Waratahs' day.
Oh, the ball bounces off the top. Here comes big Appy. He's taken down. Didn't find too much on that, and Ernst calling for the penalty. Good game control by the veteran number 9.
Halfback is the ref, aren't they? Isn't that how it goes?
The second referee. So finding touch well over the 40. No, towards the 40, sorry. And Garner, as the Carlton side just taking their time to get their options. They go to the back, finds its mark. Ernst almost draws an offside penalty. Strawny strong in the tackle, always gets through that first line of defence. And this is a good run by Hills. The young lock. Strawn calling for it, gets it. Has a couple of options. Here's Cam Turner. Cam Turner gets some scrappy ball back, but that's going to be a penalty. Lalaga had to move away there, really.
And there's the difference, Gareth. You see how good that was. A good line-out ball, good crisp passing, and some good running. And all of a sudden they were over the advantage line, and now they've got their just rewards of the penalty in front of the sticks.
Yeah, penalty in front of the sticks, and it'll be Mason. The man known as Husser. He'll be looking to kick. It's a difficult one. It's in front, but it's almost 40 out, Steve. And what do you think?
Oh,
Has he got it in him?
Yeah, I think he's all right. There's no real win to talk about, so he shouldn't have any dramas with that. Yeah, the distance, I think he'll get this. Top better.
Getting the game with Top Better, of course, our broadcast partner. Rams, NIB and Vitek, of course, partnering this Rams 2016 Premiership for the NHRU. As Mason comes in, he strikes it, it's flat. And the flags go up, so Merewether Carlton on the board for the first time here today. It's 3 apiece, Steve.
Yeah, I think I just want a heap of Top Better dollars there, mate. I picked it. No, he made it with heaps to spare, and 3-all. I think Merewether will be pretty happy with that so far.
Yes, certainly. They were certainly hanging on for the first, 12 minutes. The game has shifted a little bit, though, now. As Sherritt kicks off, it's a high one. Oh, very well taken by Dan Garner.
They're always brave takes, those, aren't they?
There's Wilhelmus. Big Wendell. Advances the ball, almost a knock on as Crichton gets the ball around the bootlaces and punches it downfield. Lettingham, again well placed. He puts a high kick as Mason comes across and is out on the full. So it'll come all the way back, and the Waratahs now just letting themselves down with options here, Steve.
Yeah, I think first unforced error, I think, from Waratahs there. You know, the tide might be turning. Maybe it's green.
The tide coming out. Maybe down there at Dixon Park.
You know that affects everything, Gareth.
So the ball comes in, it goes to the back. Hills takes it nicely. Ernst comes around. Good hands here. Mason has Nash on the outside. Nash is very quick, but he's taken out by Manu, the captain. Forces him out there. Nice covering tackle.
Yeah, great tackle and great play there from Merewether as well. And again, just good hands and good moves, and all of a sudden they're in behind Waratahs and causing trouble.
So Peniata, the Waratahs hooker. They go up. Ernst. He's absolutely monstered by Peniata. They'll have to pick and drive here.
I think Peniata's eyes lit up there, Gareth.
It was UFC-like, wasn't it? As Wilhelmus there. Big Wendell taking the ball forward. It's scrappy here for the Greens. That's a knock on.
Yeah, bit of a stray boot, I think, somewhere there.
There was a definite boot in there. In any case, it's going to be a Waratahs feed.
We're back to scrum time, Gareth, and I think Merewether will be looking to press their advantage from what they've had in the scrum, so be interesting to see this one.
Yeah, big James Appy, you can see on screen there. Mirilakis, the Belgian front rower. As we see the green room over there, it's packed.
Good low set there from Merewether straight up.
So here comes the scrum. Davies has the ball.
Yeah, good shove there.
Good scrum again. Hines forced to pick up, is it? No, it's Lalaga. Oh, Afoa. It was Eddie Afoa. That's a nice long driving kick, forcing them back. But they've got a few options here, the Carlton side. Here comes Nash. Nash goes up the middle, and Hines gets him around the head, but he was ducking into it as Mason now gives it to Crichton, and Crichton goes for the corner. Almost mimicking Sherritt's play. And this one kicked downfield. Mason again getting across. Does well. Ernst is back there, as is Strawn. You're going to have to get there and help him out.
Yep.
Left him isolated there. Strawn just looked at him.
He was close to losing that.
Ernst with that box kick. He's the
down to
best
his face.
exponent of him, really. Oh, Hines with a dummy. Picking it up. The breakaway. Bailey has a bit of room now. Turning Peniata on the inside. And Peniata runs into the shoulder of big James Appy. Davies with a little kick in behind. They had to regroup there. That was a very big shot, wasn't it, Steve?
I think Appy had enough of the dancing feet there, mate, and just put a stop to it all.
Well, he certainly went for that dancing head, that's for sure. And he... So Garner comes in. It's one off the top by big James Williams, his father, of course, playing for the Wallabies. That's a nice kick downfield, but Lettingham, again, he's up for the task and counter kicks. And Crichton has dropped that cold. I can't believe referee Tonks has let that go. But he's let Crichton kick it, and he must have surely gotten a call from the touch judge, because that was a knock-on from every angle of the ground.
Mate, I don't think you could have got a worse knock-on. I think the crowd told him it was forward.
I think Crichton even said, yeah, that was a knock-on, bring it back. Such was the blatant nature of the drop.
Again, a chance for the Greens here to exert some pressure and hopefully disrupt the Waratahs play before it gets going, and they'll be loving scrum time at the moment, the Greens.
We'll get a good view on it from this angle. Obviously, big James Appy with that big weight advantage. As Davies coming. That's a better scrum by the Waratahs. Sherritt is wide. Has numbers. Manu gets a wide ball. And here they go. Lettingham going for the corner.
Is he giving it?
He's going to consult the touch judge.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it's a try.
Yeah, that was a pretty well worked try. That, good hands again, and running onto the ball at pace, and yeah, some good desperate tackling in the end there, but not enough.
Yeah, Lettingham, he's showing he's very well adept to playing at fullback here. We look at Manu, just 3 bodies in motion there, and Lettingham came across, and it was an attempt by Mason there. He could have probably got a bit more on him there, I think. But in any case, it's a try in the corner.
Yeah, I think his intention was to try and get that ball,
knock the ball out. As we
but
look at the replay, it's kind of obscured there by the Carlton players.
Oh, there's a good shot at it there.
Yeah, he did get the ball down. So
whether the
referee's and touch judge on the spot as well, Steve.
Yeah, but you got to listen to the ref and the touch judges and respect their call. I think as hard as that sometimes is.
So that's a try. It'll be 8-3 with a kick to come. Sherritt on the sideline, and he doesn't miss too many, and here he comes.
Oh.
And that one is waved away as well, so the score will remain 8-3 in favour of the Waratahs.
Oh, yeah, it's a fair scoreline at the moment, to be honest, Gareth. Waratahs just a little bit on top of Merewether at the moment. And
well, we haven't seen Merewether Carlton really complete too many phases. And they do get in that trap, don't they? They tend to push the ball around a little bit, play high-risk rugby, and it's a deep kick this time.
Oh, run.
Letting it bounce to the Waratahs. Rokotolu. Alex Hills has done a great job there.
Great drive.
So Davey's going to kick from the box, and he finds touch, and
good pressure.
Now Merewether Carlton have a good opportunity to come back on this scoreboard.
Yeah, a little bit of an unforced error there from the Waratahs. No one obviously calling for that ball, or it might have been a yours call, but yeah, and it's let Merewether back into their half now with the line out, and some good pressure there from Ernst at that breakdown as well to force that kick.
Ball off the top by Cam Turner. Crichton under an enormous amount of pressure there. Good line speed shown by the Waratahs. Peniata it was, and Garner now. Oh, he's picked up, driven into the turf. Here's Crichton. Gets away. Oh, sorry,
nice
Strawn. He's ankle tap by Hines. Pops it up now. His centre partner Milligan losing the ball there, but that's going to be a penalty in kicking distance, and you'd think they'll probably take the shot here, Steve.
Yeah, I think Waratahs got to be careful that you're in the zone there for the yellow card. So, yeah, it looks like they might be going for the line out.
So, they're going to go for the line. So, confidence shown by the Merewether side.
Yeah, I think, and to be fair, Dan's hit his mark pretty well all games so far. So they've probably got confidence in their line out to win it, and hopefully, I think a drive might be on here.
Well, it's a massive area he's improved on, Dan Garner. The throw. And it just, as they come up now, they take the ball to ground. The Waratahs didn't commit. Tried to draw the penalty there.
Yeah.
So Ernst has it. He's very sharp around this part of the field, Ernst, so be looking to snipe.
Yeah, if he sees the gap, he'll take it. Oh.
As they go again, picking and driving, they're close. Wendell it was that time. Oh, the hand comes over by Hines, and he might find himself in the bin here, Steve.
I don't think there's any other option there, Gareth. That was pretty blatant. And
yeah, he's going for the pocket. Hines.
Bit of rush of blood to the head there, I think.
The cheese has been sliced, and he's making his way to the touch line, and they're going to miss Hines. He's their worker, the Waratahs. Number 7, as we look at the replay here, definitely. Just didn't need to do it. They had the numbers marked up on that left-hand side, so they're going to go for it again here.
Yeah, he had to know he was in trouble there for sure. Big line out again from Merewether, and no doubt they'll have another crack at this drive.
Well, here's Dan Garner again, and as I mentioned, the throws improved out of sight over the last couple of years. And they go up again, and they have to go to ground here, the Carlton side. As the Waratah players not committing again, just trying to draw that penalty. Pick and driving. Oh, they've lost the ball. It's a turnover. Davies is at the back. He's going to take the run. Oh, he almost gets away with it too as big Cam Turner comes across and forces him out.
I fancy that might be a... oh, no. What have we got? A scrum? Line out. Yep. Waratahs line out. Came off the hand of the Merewether player just here at the end.
As we'll see here, he backed himself against Turner, and there'll be a bit of pressure on this line out, I'd imagine, as they go to the back. It's a wonky-looking throw, but they've come up with it through Merewether and find some good ground up the middle. Sherritt's set to kick on the right, but he uses his gap and gets Penny-Arter the ball, and he goes for that big step again. Certainly finds some air. He's hard to put down. He gets them up towards the 40. It's a turnover. The flag goes up, and it'll be a Waratah throw. I thought maybe this time it's the Greens.
Might have been a stray boot come through there, I think, Gareth, but strong run there from the Waratahs hooker again, and he's showing his worth for sure.
They go up quickly again, the Waratahs. Sherritt looking to play the ball in territory.
Good kick.
Bounces up, though, nicely from Mason. Mason, good on his feet, bumps off one, spins around. So he'll set up here. Garner taking a hit up. Good run by the Merewether veteran. Happy gets the ball out to Wendell. Wendell throws a pass that didn't need to be thrown. Hills, everything to do now, runs straight and hard. Ernst, poor option. Looking for Nash. The ball was knocked out. Here comes Wendell again. Oh, this is really scrappy ball at the breakdown by Merewether. Not getting help by the Waratahs. And that'll be a penalty. Rokotolu infringed there.
Problem there, I think numbers to the breakdown, Gareth, it didn't have quite enough and gave the Waratahs a sniff of counter-rucking there.
So it'll be a throw for Garner. Looks like everyone's heading towards the line out. So they'll have a full contingent. Comes up. Ernst, wide ball now to Crichton. Milligan, looking for Nash. And Manu came up quickly. It's been a knock on two ways there.
Double knock on first green. First green.
Yeah, there was no doubting his trajectory there. I think he was heading straight for a Strawny there in centre, and he certainly made his presence felt, forcing that knock on.
Of course, Manu, he's played all around the world, played in the European Sevens tournaments, and of course over in New Zealand. He's highly rated in attack, but his defence doesn't get the credit it probably should. He's very wily, he's very smart, and always seems to pull off one or two big hits a game. So it'll be Davis with the feed. Good scrum again by Carlton. They've won the tight head. Ball comes out. Crichton with a bit to do. Kicks to Rouse. He's onside, says the referee.
Beat them to touch. What a great scrum there from Merewether Carlton. They'll be chuffed with that. And
especially against a forward pack this side.
And pretty touted through the league as well. So that front row will probably be a foot taller now.
Well, Merewether, he's coming off his Country Player of the Year. And he's getting absolutely monstered by Appy. They go for the short one this time as the ball drops out.
Jay, captain.
It's going to be a knock on. Jay Strawn getting called out.
You're not the captain. Yes, shut up. Mark's here, guys. 5 in.
So referee Tonks just looking to maybe talk to the captain. Didn't see what went on there.
Scrum green. Knock on into touch.
The brains trust down in the background. There, Gareth in shot.
And Mick Gill. Look at Mick Gill and Trent Constantine, two of the Most unkempt coaches I've ever seen on a rugby ground.
With the nice people.
I wouldn't say that about Mick Gill, one of the most unnicest person I've had the pleasure of playing rugby with.
Another good scrum there from Merewether.
Yeah, well done. The rain coming down now. Milligan tries to get through there. They get through the other side. Oh, the elbow coming down there by Afoa. May have seen it. Advantage was getting played anyway. They've had the opportunity to take the points a couple of times, of course, on the sideline. They'll probably go for the touchline here, the Greens.
Yeah, I think...
Are they going to take the scrum, are they?
Looks like...
We had 3 or 4 players hovering at the back.
Merewether just having a bit of a chat. Not happy with the way Appy's coming in. Not happy with Appy.
You're a poet and you know it. Yeah, it's a hard argument to have when the whole scrum's going back, you know, so... yeah, you could have that argument if it was one-on-one and there wasn't much movement, but if the whole scrum's wheeling backwards, you're on a hide into nothing, I think.
The ball comes in. Williams at the back. He's holding it. He's controlling it nicely. Ernst calling for the offside. Crichton now attacking the line. Oh, gets through one. Ducks under Afoa. Strawn has it now. Throws it wide to Mason. Mason gets Strawn coming back around. But too flat there, the green side. They'll look to regroup, and Mason getting a terrible ball from Ernst. Ernst has a couple of options. Milligan goes straight. That's a better run by the Greens.
Some good recycling.
Inside ball to Appy. Nicely worked by Ernst. So Josh Stewart that was. Taking it in. Oh, nice ball there. Strawn. Getting it wide to Island, I think it was on the far side.
Island, yep. No.
So here's Campton. Oh, he's taken nicely by Merewether. Good line defence here by the Waratahs. They go right. Strawn pops it up to Big Wendell. Happy it was.
Well,
the beard only separating the two big men up front.
I thought this rain might have produced a few more errors, but it seems to have increased the skill.
It certainly has. The Merewether Carlton side, that was the first time they put some phases together. But the Waratah line are unpenetrable at the moment. And they're a man down too, Steve. So Merewether will definitely want to try and put some points on while Hines is still off the field.
Yeah, that was some good play there, Gareth. You know, it was a little bit frantic at times, but they still stuck to it, got numbers to the breakdown, and the result is we're nearly over the whitewash.
Yeah, Reynolds just has a bit of a problem as we try and get a closer look. I think it's around the jaw, maybe. As we see the forwards of the Waratahs getting in, and a mini huddle out there, and they're talking about the effort, the defence.
Manu's given them some choice words, I think. He looks like a little forward.
Typical back. Giving the forwards advice, Steve.
Oh, that's right. That's why we get cauliflower ears, so we can't hear him.
So a bit of time getting soaked up here. Referee Tonks.
Still looking, Hines is still sitting on the bench down there. And
they've got about 30 seconds left, I think. That's what they're trying to ascertain, the referees and officials. 8-3 is the scoreline. The Merewether Carlton side.
They'll be licking their chops here.
They deserve to be behind on the scoreboard, to be fair. So here's Davies. The pressure's coming.
He's certainly got himself a lot lower there, Merewether, and he's he's not going to make this easy for Merewether this close to the line.
They're having a chat too. It's a good little game between the two prop forwards out there.
It's nearly a fist size off the ground there, Gareth.
And they're having a good chat out there, aren't they, the two front row forwards? Mirilakis.
Wonder if Appy speaks Flemish.
The tight end. Oh, he's fluent in Flemish. Who isn't? And this is a better body height this time by Appy. And here they come again. Picked up off the back of Foa. Does well. Oh, he's met hard by Crichton in the middle.
A good brave tackle there from Crichton.
Comes back now for Sherritt. Rouse. Goes for the quick one. Mason now. Stepping and jinking away. 40 out again. Oh, that's a poor ball and poor running. No options by the Greens. Looking for runners again, Ernst. Finds Appy, who finds Rouse. Rouse, grubbing kick in behind. It'll bounce up, will it? Sherritt bats it out. Rouse, he's electric, he's exciting.
Yeah, they might have been in trouble if it was a yard wider there.
And we said it was going to be a good matchup between Hicks and Rouse. They're about the same age. And at the moment, Rouse getting the better of him on that far side.
Mason's proven pretty elusive at the back there on those return kicks too, and causing the Waratahs a few little flutters.
But again, the Merewether Carlton side, they're getting themselves into trouble, aren't they really, by not having enough urgency to get to the breakdown?
Yeah, at the moment, they've got a few too many ball watchers and not providing proper options for Gareth at the moment and clogging things up.
That's Big Wendell down. It looks like is he getting some studs put in?
Is that
by the looks of it?
Oxygen mask on his face? Oh, no.
No. That's my face. As we've seen down there in the northeast corner, as it's affectionately known.
Yep, some run and repairs, I think.
Little service. Would have got to 20,000 Ks.
Might have got the...
I can't see.
The 21 mils put in.
Yeah, the bigger ones. And
good line out.
Yeah, great line out as they bind on now, the Merewether Carlton side. Yeah, that's going to be truck and trail, they call it, don't they, Steve?
Yeah. It's,
so the Waratahs, they've set them up 3 times, and on that occasion...
It's worked, yeah.
It worked for them, so it'll be a scrum. With the time ticking down in the half.
Haven't noticed. Hines is back on. Look at them there. He's so they're back to the full
complement.
Complement. That's right. They'll be.
So last chance here for the Merewether side. There will be probably, by my reckoning, probably 2 to 3 minutes of injury time in the half.
Yeah, I think so. I think a couple of minutes, and they'll be wanting a big scrum here. I think Waratahs.
Oh, good scrum again
scrum
by the Carlton side. Coming through. Oh, they come up with the ball. Williams, is he over? Yes, he is. He scored. Good try by the number 8. He was alert. He picked the ball up and he scored, Steve.
That was a great try, and you can pat your front rowers on the back there for sure. That's their try, and wow, geez, they put the foot on the accelerator there and sent that Waratahs pack running backwards very quick.
Didn't they? What, as we go to the replay here, and you just look at Appy on this side, just getting right under, driving through.
That's it.
And it was at the feet of Williams, and he saw the line, picked it up, and drove forward and scored.
You see the problem, the Waratahs are nice and low, but as soon as you come up from that low position, you've lost all your stability, and I think that's what's happened there. The Merewether Carlton front row have lifted them slightly and driven up and through, and that's the result. they'll take that for sure. I think they'll be pretty happy with that.
Oh, definitely. The Waratahs pack, it's feared throughout this Rams 2016 premiership.
Yeah, it's Consi doing cartwheels over there, I think.
He'd try a cartwheel and only get to the handstand.
I reckon you'd do a few better ones with a few beers in them.
No-handed. Kick by Mason. Oh, the flags go up from the touchline. So now Merewether Carlton go ahead for the first time today.
Wow, do rubbing salt in the wound there, aren't they? Beautiful kick from the touchline to give them the lead, and might be, I suppose, a scoreline against the run of play, really. But as I said, the score is the score.
So kick taken by Sherritt. Bouncing high. Ball comes back. Stewart. He'll take the ball into contact. Almost voluntary. Mason. Kicks us for Rouse's touchline. That's out on the full. So the Waratahs with a good chance before half-time now to get one back here, Steve.
Yeah, that was a silly mistake. I
Poor
hope
option.
Yeah.
They should have really kept the ball in hand. Worked it up the field, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Or kick from behind the 22. Hopefully it hasn't given them a sniff here.
Oh, goes off the back. Stewart cleans it up. So big let off there for Merewether Carlton. Ball coming back again for Crichton. Lettingham finds the ball quite easily there. Looking to counter. Gets up the middle. Good run. Oh, what a hit! What a hit, Steve! James Appy.
Oh, dear. You'll claim miles for that one.
And Mason getting around Bailey. Had a bit to do with the touchline. Manu's going to take him over, though. Good defence by the Waratahs. Good kick chase. But that will be half-time, Steve. And it's been an exciting half. 10-8 the scoreline. Merewether Carlton just getting a try right at the end there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm still marvelling about that hit. To be fair to the Waratahs player, I'm not sure who it was, but he got up pretty quick. But
it was Lettingham, just ran into it. He had a very incisive run through the middle and just didn't see big James Appy. And
I reckon submit his boarding pass and claim his air miles, I think.
Wow. I can still see the divot out there, Steve. And we'll take a quick break now. At halftime, we'll be back in about 5 minutes with all the second half action. Well, we're back, everybody, for the second half action. 10-8 the scoreline here at Townsend Oval. It's Merewether Carlton leading the Waratahs. And for the first part of that first half, it was all Waratahs. They looked like the form side. They looked like they were going to go on with it. But Merewether managed to hang on. They've come back and now in the lead in this second half. And it's a 2-point lead, but it could be the sign of things to come here, Steve.
Yeah, they'll be pretty chuffed with that, to be honest. I mean, by the scrums, Waratahs have kind of, and the lineouts, Merewether lineouts have been pretty good. So really, the forwards keeping the greens in the game at the moment, and I'm sure Waratahs will be certainly coming out with all guns blazing after that first half. Certainly,
the set piece, the back line, which is very highly rated for this Merewether Carlton. They've let them down with silly errors. They're going to have to clean that up in the second half. And Waratahs, I think it's been the opposite. Their backs have been the ones setting the foot forward, but then the forwards have been letting them down at the set piece.
Yeah, it's teeing up a bit like that, isn't it? You know, good forwards and good backs sort of thing. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the second half plays out.
So it'll be Merewether Carlton kicking left to right, running towards the green room here at Townsend Oval. Mason has the ball. It's kick-off time. It's a high, long kick. It's a very good one. Davies, not really pressured, but he gets a high-looking kick back towards Nash's wing. And Nash is one of those players that your heart goes in your mouth every time there's a high ball. He could either be an absolute hero or
a zero, as they say. We've got a good shot of this lineup. We'll certainly see if it's straight or not.
And Hills comes up, nicely taken, Ernst. Quick ball, Crichton coming back towards his forwards, towards that short side. He's met in a pretty hard tackle by Lalunga on the far side. Here comes Wendell Wilhelmus. Good run by the big prop forward. Hard to put down.
Yeah.
Strawn calling for it. Oh, big tackle by the Waratahs player on Ireland it was. Quick tap taken by Strawn. Oh, ripped out by Davies. Offside, says the referee.
Oh, dear.
And there's a yellow card by Davies. I don't know if it warranted a yellow card, that offence. I thought he might have been almost back, to be fair.
Yeah,
he let him come to him.
He was too far off the 10 metres, but and you know what, if he wasn't, I suppose you run that risk of getting that yellow card, and Waratahs can't afford 2 men off, and 60 minutes with 15 men isn't going to win you a game sometimes.
Well, there he is. I can lip read, and I'm pretty sure he said, I was back. But it'll be Merewether Carlton. They've chosen to take the points here. 40 out. We saw Mason land one of these earlier on.
It's uphill now, though, isn't it?
Scenic drive. The slopes as harsh as...
Yeah.
Kicking towards the Lula Partners Old Boys tent.
I'm sure that's getting a good hit today.
As it does every day here at Townsend Oval. It's coming around and it's dropped over. So Rapini Mason adds to the tally, 13-8, so 5 points. Now the difference.
Yeah, good start there from Merewether, just calming things right down and taking the points. I think is going to be vital this second half, especially the slightly wetter conditions.
Sherritt, he'll be the man to restart. It's a flat-looking kick. Will it make the 10? Yes. Pinpoint accuracy, and Dylan Hines goes up for it. Reynolds it was in the blue headgear. Mirilakis picking, driving. Cam Turner tries to put him down, but he's hard to put down, Mirilakis. And that's going to be a penalty, so you'd imagine it'll be kick for kick here. Steve?
Yeah, I think for sure Waratahs will take this kick while they've got one man down and eat up a bit more time and hopefully get those 3 points back.
As referee Tonks points towards the posts. Sherritt hasn't had his kicking boots on today.
Yeah, he missed a pretty similar one in the first half, I think, didn't he? And he'd be wanting to put that right. I think it's pretty much bang in front. You should have the distance for this one.
Certainly on the sights of some of these Sydney clubs as well, Sherritt. Oh, and he nails it. Flags go up. Good kick. There he is, the man there, Sherritt. So the score 13-10. 3 points the margin again as Mason will take the kick off.
There was no question about the distance there. He struck it pretty sweetly and right through the sticks. And 3 points back pretty much straight away.
And that is a high kick by Mason. Hines goes up for a great take. Up above everyone. Rokotolu finds a couple of metres. Merewether with a long ball for now. Afoa. Goes behind Peniata to Sherritt, who'll put it on the boot. So they're patient today, the Waratahs.
That's it. Yeah, pretty good kick.
Chase Hicks came through on it.
Yeah, the vital thing for the Waratahs here is to apply pressure now at this lineup without giving away a penalty and pressure the kicker into giving up the ball and possibly kicking it out poorly.
Well, the Greens have the advantage. 18 player points, and Waratahs are around about 21. They may even be 24 with Afoa coming on the field. But I think they're 21. That's a nice flat ball, and Strawn tucks it under the wing. Comes back this time for Crichton. Crichton gets it almost over the head of Hicks, and Hicks does well to travel backwards and feed Lettingham. And again, Lettingham playing smart to the corner. Strawn.
That's a nice kick.
He's going to take him on here, Strawn. Oh, that's a poor option by the 100-game veteran. Put all the pressure on them now.
I think he banked on that rolling over the dead ball line there, Gareth.
He certainly took his time, and that's a big let-off for the Greens. Yeah, could have gone either way, really, there.
There's a silly penalty there, and, you know, there wasn't much else to come from that. I think, yeah, the Waratahs will be certainly pretty disappointed with that end result. Shows you never trust the bounce of the ball.
So Rokotolu there, he was the player infringing. So Peniata just having a bit of a chat to stay onside. Oh, that's a poor set piece by the Carlton side. So a couple of mistakes now creeping into the Greens game. And a couple of pushes and shovers and
hey, your fathers.
Pats on the head and get on with the game. Well, the concentration there by Dan Garner, just letting himself down with the throw. We gave him big raps in the first half, and
gone to his head.
He comes out with that rubbish.
I'm sure it was the lift.
Always the lift.
First scrum of the second half. I'm sure Merewether want to start from where they left off before, and no Davies on the field. I'm sure 13 might be more generous to Merewether in the feed-in than Davies will be.
Yes, certainly. We'll see what happens here. They'll pressure. Garner might even hook for the ball here. Oh, straight in the middle. Afoa picks up from the back of the scrum. Forced to do so, Merewether. Oh, he's passed a poor ball there to Peniata. So desperately missing their halfback at the moment, the Waratahs. And that was a good chance to attack the line of the Merewether Carlton side there. And bad mistake from Davies by getting the 10 in the bin.
Yeah, you know what? It's when you've got your 9 off, it's really important to just take stock, realise it. Someone grab everyone and say, listen, pick and go, slow it down, and make sure the pass is right before trying to rush it. That's what little 9s are for. They ferret around and get things done quickly, not props.
Or maybe even just consolidate it even further, just look to pick and drive and pass when clear.
Oh, bit of a shove from there.
And Crichton will put the ball in the boot. Lettingham. Oh, he juggles the ball. Nash almost lets him get around him. Oh, look at the kick. Straight into Crichton's arms. He gets a wobbly-looking banana kick towards the touchline. Merewether comes back on it. Oh, looking for the big throw, the quick one, and it wasn't there, so we're going to have a line out, Steve.
Yeah, you got me there. I thought I was looking for the ball, then he threw in. Again, I think imperative here for Merewether not to give away a penalty. Apply pressure without giving away that penalty and giving them a free ride out of their 22.
Well, they need to score points as well. They're a man down. It's a Waratah throw, so they go up. Oh, Hills does well.
Yeah.
Loses the ball, does he? So it's a turnover to the Waratahs. Pressured the line out. Sherritt. Oh, good pressure by Crichton, but it's a long-looking kick. I think the touch judge needs to give it a bit more than what he's giving it.
Yeah.
But gets them well over the 40, over the 10.
Yeah, it was a good kick there from Sherritt, to be fair, and good pressure, so pretty good passage of play all around.
So Merewether Carlton have the throw. Nicely won. Crichton gets the ball up around the head, and Milligan takes it forward. Oh, that ball by Ernst was intended there for Appy, but Appy really wasn't running onto it and wasn't really ready for it.
Yeah, they've got to really identify first receivers here. I think there's obviously a bit of a breakdown there in communication, and I've no doubt that tired bodies and burning lungs have something to do with it. But someone needs to put their hand up and make that call.
Well, they're really lacking, aren't they, at the moment, a direct ball runner just to get them on the front foot, the Merewether Carlton side. They need someone putting their hand up to straighten the play up.
Yeah, both Merewether props have done a good job ball running, but there comes a point in a props game where he starts struggling for a bit of energy. So I'm pretty sure that won't be too far off.
So good scrum again by the Carlton side, picked up off the back. Afoa gets the ball to Sherritt, who puts him under pressure. Yes, and that's going to be a penalty to Merewether Carlton in kicking distance again. We'll see what they do here. They've elected to kick every other time as Davies comes back on the field. So Tonks is throwing him back towards the sideline.
Back on and back off. It's an interesting call there. I would have thought for sure they'd take another 3, but
they choose to go towards the green corner touch line. And I want to probably put a few together here. So we see a player down in back play.
About 10 metres out, is it?
Looks like it's Appy struggling with a knee complaint, maybe.
Yeah, seems to be a bit of a tension on him.
He's going to get to his feet. May not take any further part as we see Billy Dunn on the far side warming up. Billy having suffered that broken arm.
That'd be some pretty big knees holding up that mass.
Big knees, big ankles.
Heavy duty, I think is the word.
I think everything's big on James Appy. Big beard.
Well, I don't know. You must have seen him in the showers. Have you, Gareth?
Ball comes to the back. Hills does well again. Stewart. Oh, offside. I thought he might have been offside there, Rokotolu. Tonks was happy with the line speed. Looking for the ball and just very scrappy at the back. They're not playing with any pace here, the Merewether Carlton side. They need to take a leaf out of the Waratahs book and just recycle quickly, especially on the line. They're just realigning the Waratahs and they're just picking them off.
Yeah, and that's right. And you know, if it is slow ball, realise that it's slow ball and get a good pick and drive set up and ready to go to try and speed it up. As you said, they're just slow ball after slow ball, not identifying. And then poor body position there has allowed the counter ruck, which has disrupted Ernst picking that ball up.
Yeah, really, Blake Crichton has to get in and start controlling the forward runners. He's really leaving Ernst isolated at the moment.
Yeah, there's not too many fresh options there, and that's what is causing those breakdowns in communication, I think.
A forward, they go short side. Davies gives it to Manu. Manu has support on the inside, finds Davies, who bumps off a tackle. He's still going, Davies. Good run by the young halfback. Oh, the dummy. For now, here comes Miafua. Has Hicks on the outside. He's elusive, he's quick, gets through. Pulled up about 15 out. Mirilaka's picking and driving. He's always there first up. Rokotolu. Sherritt, he's screaming for the ball. Comes out, it's a poor pass. Bailey, it goes behind Bailey.
Oh, big let off there.
Massive let off, and the Waratahs, aren't they exciting when they use the ball?
And again, Gareth, you pointed it out, that speed of that recycled ball there was really quick, and first person there was spreading it wide and really turning Merewether behind, turning them back and getting them running backwards.
Well, Cam Davies, he came out. As we look at the replay here, nice little behind ball by Vanau. And Hicks.
He'll be remembering that for a while.
Alex Hill's coming in, last-ditch tackle, as well as Ernst. How did Mirilakis get there?
No. He's got a 3 on his back, is that right?
Rokotolu.
But again, just in that passage of play, you had both centres hitting 2 or 3 rucks at a go, and that's what's got to happen. You can't always leave it up to the loose forwards.
That last pass by Lalunga, though, they had the chance to put some points on the board there, the Waratahs.
Oh, good pressure there from the Waratahs.
Milligan, big hit up there. Sherritt sticking to the tackle. Hines offside. Crichton with a long kick downfield. Lettingham is there, though. Bailey gets the ball, has Chase Hicks on the far side. May not link up with him. Oh, Bailey, good run by him. And there he is again, Mirilakis. Getting them over the 40. Oh. Holding onto the ball.
Yeah.
Here's the call. So, again, another let-off there.
He might have a 9 on his back, but he's a pretty strong little guy. And, good work there from Gareth Ernst. He wrapped him up there, and there was no letting go once he got his hands on that ball.
As we look here, the pick and drive was a good run. And Ernst, just did everything to get his hands on that ball. Wasn't the tackler. So had every right to that ball then, Steve.
Yeah, it's a fine line sometimes, isn't it? But Gareth played and won there.
Long ball at the back. Ernst to Crichton. Crichton, long ball to Strawn. Steps off the left. Hasn't seen too much ball today, Strawn. And they come over the ball, the Waratahs. Good counter-rucking. Have they forced a turnover?
Yeah.
Yes, they have. It'll be a scrum.
There's that epitomises the difference there, Gareth. You know, great counter-ruck there from the Waratahs, and by all rights, that should have been a quick recycled Merewether ball.
Again, the desperation to get to the breakdown, Steve, just isn't there by the Merewether Carlton side, and it's letting them down at the moment. Good run by Strawn. But as you can see, there's only one forward there to help him out.
Only one person in that ruck. Yep.
And that was Dan Garner.
Yeah.
So there's been a bit of a paradigm shift here. The Waratahs scrum coming back over the last couple of set pieces.
Yeah, it's whether there's a slight fitness advantage there, or if they've got some fresh legs on, I'm not sure. But
well, Merewether, he's a very fit player. You can see he's really picked up his work rate. This is a better scrum. Oh, Merewether Carlton, they keep the ball in. They'll pick up. Oh, knock on though. Unfortunate. Oh, the big push. As Cam Turner hit the deck. I didn't see who pushed him, but he certainly...
He was Hines. He was quick, though, to go and pick him up and apologise, I think. So, no harm done.
Yeah, it was Hines. As he lifts him up for his troubles, too.
That's what you like to see.
Probably the best technical hitter in the competition, Dylan Hines. Followed closely by, off today's game, James Appy.
Yeah.
He's pulled off a couple of absolute bell ringers.
Yeah.
And again, a little knock on to the back there. Tonks misses it. Here comes Bailey down the sideline. Bailey opens up, and the ball is going to be called back. The call from the touch judge, surely.
Yeah. To be fair, the ref wasn't going to see that, but thank goodness it came in from the touch judge. Thought he might have missed it. I think Merewether be thankful for that. I think they were in a bit of trouble there.
Certainly were. There was two players looming on the inside. Bailey, very good strike rate. As we'll look at the replay. A good scrum by Merewether, putting pressure on, just bounces around Dylan Hines. So a good call in the end. It will be very interesting to see when these two sides make some changes. Who comes on?
I think we might have missed it there, Gareth, but I think Billy Dunn's on at loosehead by the looks of it.
Yeah, Appy's come off the field. Billy Dunn certainly doesn't have the size of Big James Appy.
Yeah, slight difference.
But Billy Dunn gets it done, they say here at Merewether Carlton.
Tag.
The little train that could. He's got very good technique, though, and he has been out for an extended period with that broken arm. And pressure coming immediately to the Merewether Carlton scrum. Going behind to Mason. Mason puts the ball on the boot towards the touchline.
Don't know if that was the right call there, but either would like to see that ball stay and play or kept possession for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. It may even be wise to swap Mason with Rouse on the wing. Rouse offers a bit more direct play.
Turnover.
Ernst. Now Crichton. He's ankle tapped again. The referee calls them all. They drive it forward. They're going to have to use it here, the Carlton side.
Oh,
Alex Hills has the ball.
He's done well to get
He's
that,
done
Alex.
well, gets it to ground.
Yeah.
But there is a sea of red around him.
Yeah, they wrapped that ball up pretty well, and good defence there from Waratahs. They, lost their line out sort of in their 22, and good line speed, and find themselves with their scrum sort of between the 10 and the 22. What do you call that? The 30?
No man's land. So it's a big task for Billy Dunn against the Belgian international Merewether. Merewether Carlton lead 13 points to 11. There's 15 to go.
So it's certainly become a lot more unstable as we've gone on in this game, and
Drew Tonks agrees with you there too. Unstable.
Oh, give me a Specsavers shirt.
Bit like me after midnight, mate. Just a little bit unstable. So they'll get time to set again. For now, checking those boots.
Sometimes it does take a while to readjust, when you've got new props and you've gotten used to scrumming against a certain prop for 60-odd minutes, and to change that can sometimes be a bit of an adjustment period. But
well, another option could have been Dan Garner to move to prop and Billy Dunn to shift into hooker.
Yep.
Of course, Garner the bigger of the two.
Oh, I think
They're arguing about the mark. Semantics, Steve.
Yeah. Wouldn't have happened to front rows back in our day.
In and out.
Oh, what a 2-3 metre gap.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good scrum by the Carlton side, picked up by Hines. Hines, good run. He's been in a good tackle by Crichton, but he makes about 10 metres there. Penata. Merewether again. They're on the halfway now. Afoa. Davies. Here they come now, Lettingham. He's got Penata. Goes away from Hicks on the outside. Shrugs him off. Manu has it. Manu's still going. Here come the Waratahs. The game's now alight. Rokatolu. Sherrod has it. There's trouble out wide. Lettingham. Miafua comes on the inside. He goes himself there, Lettingham.
Some good last-ditch tackling there from Carlton, but they're going to have to really work hard here now.
The Lager gets it to Manu. Manu, he's met well. They're 10 out now, the Waratahs. The ball comes wide. Sherrod. Hines. Hines dummies. Davies searching for the ball. Goes himself. They'll pick a drive here, the Waratahs. Carlton have to get low. They do. Merewether, he's over! Oh. And that's a try to the Waratahs. Merewether's well-deserved try. And he's certainly been the difference in the second half, Steve.
Yeah, no, he's certainly picked up his loose game for sure in this second half. And, yeah, some good clinical play there from Waratahs. You can't fault them there at all. And I think well-deserved for the try in the end. They've mixed it up pretty well. They backs and forwards, and got the just rewards. We
see here Davies. Hines with The big show and go from the big man.
Normally gives the back the out, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Davies, he's been very good, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The only blemish is the time in the sin bin. But Merewether, this is poor defence on the line, really, by the Carlton side.
Yeah.
Needed to get lower.
Yeah.
And he just drove over and got the ball down, found some space on the ground, and Gilbert rested nicely.
Yeah, I fancy Merewether didn't expect to hit the try line, but he's ended up there, and as he said, Merewether were lined up there and should have probably made a better effort at that.
So Sherritt, it's a pressure kick. He strikes it. It comes with a fade, and it goes over.
Yeah, good kick. Important kick as well.
Yes, certainly was. 18-13 is the scoreline now.
11 minutes to play, and it's shaping up to be a good finish.
Well, they soaked up plenty of pressure in the second half, the Waratahs, and the difference between the two sides has been that recycling of the ball, the quickness, the speed they've been doing it. Merewether Carlton just content to pick off runners. That's a great kick as well, wasn't it? Well into the Carlton half now.
Well, that's exactly what Waratahs would have been looking for. And, yeah, again, all the forwards would have been a foot taller after that kick.
So Garner. The ball comes in and off the top. Afoa chases through. Ernst hands off to Crichton. Crichton kicking across field. Here's Lettingham. That's easily taken by the fullback. The makeshift fullback today. Gets away from a couple, and now there's plenty of open space. Manu's on the outside. He finds Manu. Manu goes for the corner, and Manu will score. What a try. Lettingham.
Yeah.
He set it up, didn't he? He's been amazing from the back today.
He was pretty elusive there, and that's a pretty poor kick chase. And once he's broken that kick chase line, he was right in behind him. And great play there from Manu to let him know he was on his left, and he didn't even have to look. He just heard him calling, and, yeah, great try.
It was a poor kick, really, by Crichton. And a poor chase to go with it. As we see Billy Dunn there just falls off him, and Manu, what about the run, the backing up, goes for the corner and scores.
Great time pass too.
Yeah, the pass, don't take anything away from the pass. It was pinpoint, floated out towards the number 12, and he scored nicely. Showed plenty of pace.
He's built like a little prop, isn't he?
He's almost the centre version of Billy Dunn.
Tag.
So from the sideline this time, Sherritt a little further out than his last attempt. Kicks it, comes back with the fade again. He gets really nice shape off the boot, doesn't he, Sherritt? He looks like it's missing, and it gets that fade towards the end. And
I could have sworn they was going to dog leg there for sure.
25-13 is the score now. Crichton, deep kick. Here's Peniata. Big run by the hooker. Here come the Waratahs again. Long ball out to Hicks. Hicks, he's got plenty of pace. Dunn comes across. Gets away from Dunn. And Mason positioned nicely for the kick. So Hicks, I would have liked to have seen him chance his arm there, but the Merewether Carlton side with the ball. Ball comes back for Mason. Mason kicks it deep towards Davies. But Lettingham gets the ball in the end. It was almost a calamity of errors there.
Kicking's been pretty good from the Waratahs today and behind them, and turning Merewether around.
Oh, good kick there, but the quick throw was on. Davies has it, sums up what's in front of him. Bounces up for Sherritt. Does well to get away from a couple. He'll go backwards to go forwards now. Merewether putting on the boot. Rouse turns and chases. Has no support. Mason was well out of position there, the fullback. And really, Rouse was left isolated and had nothing better than a kick to touch.
And you know, that again, that's come from pretty clever Waratahs play. They spotted no one was back there, and they've turned them around and just applied the pressure. And the end result was a poorly executed kick there from Rouse, and Waratahs on the attack again on their 22.
Off the top. Goes for the drop goal. And it goes under. It was close. If we're going to maybe get a replay on that, it was it was an ugly kick.
It was.
The only thing uglier in this ground is me and you, Steve.
That's why we have a voice for radio, mate.
He came out and he has a kick. Just goes under. So there's 6 minutes remaining. Waratahs, 25-13.
You're there, and you're there. Two. You're there. You shouldn't have a problem with this. Thanks.
I think the scrums resulted in him not judging it a drop kick, and he mightn't have actually let the ball bounce.
So it's a Merewether Carlton feed. One thing about this Carlton side, they never say die. Oh, good scrum there by the Waratahs. They're making it tough now for Carlton.
Yeah, I think Merewether have got some tired bodies there now.
Clever little kick in behind by Davies. Oh, that's another shocking pass to Mason, who is back in the pocket. But he does well and gets away from a couple. Billy Dunn to... the intercept. On the outside was Crichton. He was away. So now the Waratahs have the ball. Manu comes around. Sherritt steps, gets it to Peniata. Hicks has a bit to do. He's brought down from behind, and he's well isolated. If they come up with this, the Waratahs, it's nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, I think they've lost this one.
So kick towards the touchline.
Yeah. Turn around at emotions there, Gareth. Can't keep up.
Mason did unbelievably well, showing the footwork that he's known for. We haven't seen too much of it today, but he sliced them up. So that comes off the back. Merewether, no one goes for it. Making easy yards up the middle again. Hines. Stewart's over the ball. Yeah, he comes up with it.
Yeah,
and that's a penalty.
Stewart. Running that tight line again, but this time it's paid off.
So strong over the ball. Didn't really have the opportunities in the first half, but it's a good win, and it's kept Merewether in this game. There's 2 tries in it. So Garner.
Yeah, fancy Merewether need to score pretty soon, otherwise, it might be game over, I think. Really needs to hold on to this ball for a bit and secure this line out.
Well, they come up with the ball. Ernst feeds Crichton. Crichton goes behind to Rouse, who'll find Strawn. Strawn, he throws the ball. Now Merewether tries to bump off the opposition, and they come up with it now. The ball's kicked downfield. Leading Ham feeds Sherritt. Could have gone forward. Sherritt now finds Hicks. He's got open space in front of him. Rouse. Oh, he trips over. Would have been interesting to see who got the better of the two there, Steve.
Turnover there, I think, is it? Yep.
So still fighting here, the Carlton side. Oh, that's a terrible ball from the acting half. Ernst.
You see the big difference there, Gareth. Waratahs were turned around. A lot of players working hard.
Oh, he's hit high, and he's going to find himself off the field. He hides. That was a terrible tackle around the head.
Yeah, he's going to be in trouble here for sure.
I'm surprised he hasn't still got Jay Strawn's head in his arms there. Steve?
Strawn will be okay.
He's almost decapitated him, Steve. We look here, yep, up around the chin.
Yep.
Oh, he stayed on the field. It was his second infringement. Another yellow would have seen him get the red. But that...
Oh, dear. Bit of a controversial call late on in the game.
That was a big call by Tonks. Strawn, he's tough. He's 100 games tough today. And he may not remember a single second of it, Steve.
Yeah. No one can accuse him of having glass jaw anyway.
The Merewether Bumblebee. He's come a long way since his days out west. Milligan cuts through the middle. There's still fight in this Carlton side. They go wide. Crichton has numbers either way. Ernst goes to Strawn. Turning Island back on the inside. Inside ball now to Garner. Garner loses the ball. 80 minutes now gone on the clock.
Yep.
It's punched downfield by Sherritt.
See, I think a big difference between these two sides today, Gareth, is I've been really impressed by the Waratahs' work off the ball. We had a kick in behind their line, and you had a lot of people working really hard to get back and support and offering options. And just their work at ruck time and everything's just been really impressive. Their work rate's been pretty.
They've just been quicker. They've been quicker to the breakdown. They've been quicker with their distribution. And I think definitely they've made most of their opportunities. It's been all Merewether Carlton with the possession in this second half, and they just haven't been able to get the points on the board. The Waratahs have lost a couple of players throughout the match.
Yeah.
And the Merewether Carlton side just haven't been able to capitalise.
Yeah, I don't think Merewether have too much to whinge about. I think, at the end of the day, they've been beaten by the better side. And as you said, they've had 60 or 20 minutes with playing only 14 men. They should have really made it count a bit more.
And Miralakis, for mine, is going to probably win the Dust Hunt House Man of the Match. What about you?
Yeah, I agree with that. His work rate's been exceptional. He's been everywhere for a prop, and he's had some good touches with the ball as well. But, it's been some good play from quite a few of the Waratahs players, but I think you're right. I think he's the peak.
So the referee letting us know there's a minute to go in the match. So the Waratahs will come away victors, 25-13. Both sides holding the lead throughout the match. But it's been all Waratahs really today as Crichton gets the ball. Milligan. Good run by the number 12. They missed Sam Fogarty with his direct running. Billy Dunn. Mason, long ball, and again the line speed by the Waratahs side is there to the end. Stepping through the pack there, Mason. Strawn.
There's a bonus point to play for here, so, they really need to keep this ball and just try and get this ball over the line.
Oh, and there goes Strawn up the middle. Will he get a try in his 100th game? Billy Dunn there to back up. He lost his footing. There's trouble to the right, to the left. They're close. They're still not there, the Carlton side.
Some good tackling there from Waratah, to be fair.
Picking and driving now and driven back. Good goal line defence again by the team in red. Ernst. Very disorganised still, the Greens. And they're short. They go again. Referee Tox is unright. Beg to differ. He's held up, says the referee. And that's going to be full time, is it? Yes, it is. The Waratahs come away victors here at Townsend Oval, 25-13, Steve. It was an exciting game. It had everything in it. But for me, the difference was Alan Mirilakis as the Dust Hunt House man of the match.
Yeah, and I think no complaints there from Merewether. Certainly just a bit more intensity and a really good quality game, Gareth. It was, good passages of play and some good moves from the Waratahs backs as well as Merewether. They did well. The forwards did pretty well. They had good scrums, good line-outs. So bits to work on, but I don't think they're a million miles away.
Yeah, it was a lapse of concentration, about 5 to 10 minutes by the Merewether side that really let them down there today. But the Waratahs, they made everything of their opportunities.
Yeah, no, I think and good kicking there from the Waratahs as well. Clever kicking in behind and forcing Merewether to retreat. So, yeah.
So the final score, 25-13 on Bar TV Sports. Of course, the game brought to you by the NHRU's major partner, Rams, and, of course, our broadcast partner, Top Better. Get in the game with Top Better. And, of course, we've got plenty to come throughout the weekend on Bar TV Sports. Get on the Facebook and enjoy all our Sunday live games and, of course, our delayed streams tonight featuring everything from the Rams 2016 Premiership. Thanks very much. I'm Gareth Wozick, and I'll catch you next time.
Bar TV Sports would like to thank Top Better. Get in the game at topbetter.com.au. And Cornelia's Crump, the Bar TV Sports beverage of choice. And Rams Loans for supporting the 2016 NHRU Premiership.